putting a bow on the 2011 men's soccer season. I'm Sean Moth. Great to see you again. Always great to have head coach Ken Lola with us. And Ken, you go into the national quarterfinal, a chance to head to your second consecutive College Cup, and a lot of build-up to the rematch with UCLA at Cardinal Park. And I know that you and the team had a different idea how the season would end, but in double overtime, I guess you tip your cap to the Bruins as they were able to advance with the only goal in the match.
That's right. They got the goal, and it was the winner. And I thought we played well at times. I thought we played very well in the first half, and as long as we continue to get pressure on the ball, I thought we had the advantage in the game. Unfortunately, our energy faded a little bit as the game went on and in the overtime, and we just simply gave them too many chances in the overtime, and they converted one.
I know the numbers were great, and many of you were there, but for those that weren't, a different look from last year's NCAA with some temporary bleachers, and boy, the fans were just amazing. I mean, they turned out in full force. The berm was covered with people, even though they were obstructed a little bit, and it's almost as though we had people sitting on the interstate to watch this game. I mean, there was a lot of excitement at Cardinal Park.
Yeah, it continues to be impressive how the fans come out and continue to support us. Any big game that we've had, any important event, they've come out, and we so much appreciate it. We can't thank the community enough for how much they've gotten behind us, and I think that's been part of the disappointment of not moving on, is rewarding them for coming out.
Sure.
And getting to the College Cup. But it really makes it a special event for college soccer, and for our program. It was a wonderful evening.
The team was obviously preseason #1, high expectations. As you look back on a team that made it to the Elite Eight and was able to host an NCAA game after a first-round bye and be ranked in the top 10 all season long, it was a phenomenal year of soccer. But you and the team, before the season started, you had a different goal in mind. Is that what made the loss that much more difficult to deal with?
Well, it was difficult to deal with and frustrating in a lot of ways. One is I felt for the seniors, the guys that have really been responsible for helping us build this program to where it is now. But I did think we had a talented enough team to win it all. The reality is college soccer, men's college soccer, what it is today, it's a very fine line.
Yeah.
We had games last year that were close and tight, and the quarterfinal game against UCLA was a good one. And so there's so much that goes into winning a national championship, and we were good, not quite good enough on the night, and
Sure.
UCLA advanced.
Yeah, I defy anybody to look at the group that's going to be in Hoover, Alabama, and believe that they thought those would be the 4 teams that would end up in that position when the season started. You talked about the seniors, and we mentioned them on Senior Day, and we've talked about their final games, but for a lion's share of them, they're not done playing soccer. Talk about their future, how that's going to play out with the MLS draft and other options to continue their careers professionally.
Sure. I think the one that really has distinguished himself this year is Nick DeLeon. All the people we talk to in the MLS and people that want to represent him say that he's going to go in the top 3 or 4 in the draft. He's done that well, and people think that highly of him, and deservedly so. He has grown so much as a player over the last year. And then Colin and Austin will go in the first round. I don't know how high. It really depends on what the needs are of the teams. But they'll get drafted in the first round, and I would expect Kenny Walker, who is also going down to the MLS Combine, will get drafted as well. So I don't think there's going to be anybody in college soccer that will have more guys drafted in the MLS than Louisville this year, and in the first round as well.
And I know that every class is special to a head coach, but because of where the team was the year before they arrived to where the team is now, I know this one has kind of a special cash for you.
It does, and again, these guys are largely responsible for the growth of the program and the development of the program and the culture that exists right now. Is they came in when the program wasn't successful, and they built the program. They helped us get it to where it is right now, and have a lot of time and respect for them and for what they've done over 4 and 5 years.
One thing about collegiate athletics is, when a professional season ends, there's a turn of the page, and money decisions have to be made, and personnel decisions have to be made. The decisions are held in your hand, and as odd as it seems, or even callous as it seems, you do turn the page and you begin to look forward to training in the spring of 2012 and what stacks up in the fall of 2012. Just talk us through maybe getting to the training in spring, what you and your staff will be doing over the holidays, which I know isn't always a break.
Well, part of it is still the recruiting process. We have some kids committed and working on some others, and we know that we have some very good kids coming in, and better still, a lot of really good kids returning.
Yeah.
When we look at the back line, we have 3 of the 4 guys coming back. Paolo, who will be a senior and has been so steady for us in the midfield, and we get Dylan Maris back, who we missed this year,
Sure.
and he'll be a force for us in the attack. And it's been wonderful to watch Alex Aubie and Daniel Keller come along, and certainly the addition of Michael Roman has been wonderful.
Yeah.
So we have a lot of guys back that have played significant minutes and have done very well, and it's a good core. And then on top of that, with the kids we have coming in, we'll be very competitive. And as we told all our guys right now, where we are in our program, our expectation is to win a national championship every year, and we wouldn't expect anything different.
Outstanding. Well, it's been a true pleasure to have you all season long, and we'll look forward to you and your family enjoying a wonderful holiday, and then probably chatting with you in the spring to see how things are going.
Excellent. Thanks, Sean.
For Ken Lola, I'm Sean Moth. We thank you for joining us all season long, and we look forward to talking to you next right here on Cards TV.